Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Meadows Radio. I am Mama D, your host. My show is called A Conversation with Friends because I believe everyone is a friend we have yet to meet. This show is where you get to know new friends or get reacquainted with old friends. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. Hey, hi everybody, it's me, Mama D. Welcome to another Sunday Conversation with Friends. And today, like I said earlier on my Facebook Live, my guest is Michelle. Michelle, if I said this long, you're going to kill me. Wadi? Wadey. Okay, wasn't that bad. I've done worse.
You've done well.
Thank you very much. So Michelle, as you can tell, she's from the UK. Her mom is an amazing lady. The guy that lives with her mom is a bit of a pain. Dad, John. He's a boy. What can I say? So, okay, Michelle, tell everybody who doesn't know you a little bit about yourself.
I'm from the UK. I enjoy doing readings, animal readings, and photos. I have 4 amazing children who each have their own spiritual side of things. And I have a grandson who's spiritual as well. That's about it, really.
Okay. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Okay, so let's get into this. How did you first get connected into the spirituality, into the spirit world?
It was Mum. Blame my mum. She was
Okay.
and still is into the spiritual side of things. And obviously over the years watching her and how she, presented herself. I was also a historian for them when they were doing their power. So I would look into the background of, where they would go. So yeah, I was more into it through them and their paranormal group.
Cool. Okay, just a little thing. Sometimes my computer internet goes and I disappear. If that happens, just keep talking. Take over the show. It's all yours. I'll be back, but sometimes it happens. I don't know if it's the weather or the time of the day. Just sometimes it just. Hey Tammy. Hey Dave. Hey Haggis.
It's the same over here.
Yeah. Okay. So now, first off, Mom's fault, but then there's John. So
yes,
how do you put up with him? For people who don't know,
he's so funny.
Go ahead. Good.
He's so funny with the way that he has a laugh about things, and sometimes he's a bit, I don't know if that's right, but yeah, I mean, he's great. He's funny.
Sometimes he's perfect a bit of a 13-year-old boy.
Perfect.
Yes, she keeps him in line.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely. He's like one of us, the kids.
Yes, but he's like a constant 13 to 16-year-old boy. So we all know moms and everybody knows what a 13 to 16-year-old boy is like. And we're just going to end it there.
Yes, I would.
So, yeah. So, animal readings. Hey, Jay. Animal readings, because you connect with animals when you do readings. So, how was it that you connected to animals, whereas a lot of other people do different?
I was looking through other spiritual groups and videos, and I noticed a lot of people did reading for past loved ones, and I didn't see a great deal about people picking up spirits of their lost animals.
Mhm.
And it was a friend who just happened to send me over a photo, and she said, have a go, try reading this picture of my pet. And I did. And it just, I don't know where it had come from, but it was just flowing from this picture. And then obviously Mum and John said about doing something on their radio. And that's where it escalated. Everyone was sending me pictures, and I just done it from there, really.
Do you do it mostly from pictures, or do you like do live pets? Can you connect to the pet?
Both.
Can they speak to you now and tell you what's going on? And
it's a feeling. It's not like the pet is talking to me. It's like a feeling.
No.
I honestly couldn't tell you where this comes from. It's just the feelings that I get.
Yeah.
From the pictures of living animals.
Yeah. Well, I had a picture. I had a reading done with you once before for my daughter's dog, and for me, I can tell you that she was good. She was spot on so many things, and some I had to check with her. It's been a while, so I don't remember everything, but I do remember that somebody was very happy, and she's in the house wandering around. So we're not going to start her because she's having fun. Yeah.
There we go.
Exactly. You're not going to disturb them when they're having fun. How's my sound, everybody? Everything is good in the chat room? And remember, if anybody has any questions, don't forget to pop them in the chat room, and maybe we'll pay attention to you and answer them. Who knows? Who do you prefer to read for? Do you have a preference on?
No, I mean, I've had people from different backgrounds that have asked me to read for them. So in particular, if someone comes to me and said, could you maybe connect with this picture or with themselves, I'll give my best shot.
There you go. That's the only way we can do it. If you don't, and sometimes I know personally, sometimes I'll get things that make absolutely no sense in this head. And it's like you say it and the person's like, yes, that's it. You know, that was so-and-so, or that was my dog or my cat or whatever. So yeah, we just kind of got to let it flow and just stop editing ourselves in our own head. So, which is because sometimes we can edit out the most important fact for the person you're reading for. Do you, okay. How did I want to put this? Oops, sorry. Hair in the eye. That wasn't good. Have you always just read like cats and dogs type of thing, or have you gotten like snakes, spiders? People have those as pets. So
I've had rabbits. Yeah, they do. They do. I mean, I've had rabbits, I've had horses, I've had birds, I've had mice, I've had hamsters, I've had rabbits.
Oh my God, what would
all
a hamster
sorts of
have to say?
things that have come through. Actually, it was a lady who had messaged me on Facebook, and she had this adorable hamster. And I said, I've got some real bad feelings with the insides. And she said, oh, he passed away from having a tumour. And they didn't even know. But this hamster kept going and going and going. He wouldn't sleep in the cage. He'd only sleep on her bed. He wouldn't run away. And she said, yeah, I hand-reared him. So I picked that up for her, and she was absolutely made up. It was her baby. So when you do them sort of readings for people like that, it's given them some comfort.
Yeah. Gina is in the chat room. She's my co-host on Thursday nights, or I'm her co-host on Thursday nights. I can never get that straight. She asked, is it for healing or communication? Which one do you get the most of?
Both. I get both. Healing for the person who wants the reading, and also communication of it. Sometimes I can pick up have happened to their owners, and I'll just pass a message on that, you know, a healing started. And the communication is, they could have been in the room when something's happened, and I've picked up on that. And, you know, the pet is still loving them and still around them, even though whatever happened.
Yeah. I think that our pets give us such unconditional love that it doesn't really stop when they cross over.
No.
Do you
I
believe
agree.
in pet reincarnation? Because that is a touchy subject for some people, you know.
I do. I have actually an old friend of mine who believes that her newborn baby is her horse that was born about 10 years ago. She said that there's so many things that the horse would do to her that her baby did to her. So yeah, I do believe.
Okay, nice. Gina says you're breaking up a bit. We'll just be careful. Gina, if it gets too crazy, let me know. We know.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's not.
We've got really bad weather.
Yeah, no. Look, it's not raining. It's not snowing right now, so I'm very happy. But that's gonna be an issue. Yeah. Yes, dogs are in. Okay, now there's. Okay, a while back, when I was co-hosting with Gina, we had a gentleman, and he said dogs don't go to heaven. Every other animal does, but dogs do not. What can you give us, like, I mean, I personally think every animal goes to heaven. The gentleman who said what he said, he had his beliefs, and that was where he was going. I have no idea why, but he said that was the only animal was dogs that were not going to heaven.
I've never ever heard of any such thing as that. Never. I believe all animals go to heaven.
Yeah.
I don't think no animal goes anywhere else. I mean, they all go together, I believe, anyway.
Yeah. Well, like there are some people who believe that there is a pet heaven and a human heaven. And I'm saying, look, no, they're all together, because I would not go up there. I'd be like over in pet all the time.
Yeah. I believe they're all together.
Oh yeah, it makes sense, because, well, for me as well, I believe in reincarnation. So if we're going to reincarnate into a pet or a human, I mean, we have to sort of like get, it's the soul doesn't realize, for me, the soul doesn't realize that, hey, I'm a four-legged dog. It's like, hello, I'm a soul. There was a psychic one time, and he said, your soul is the driver of a car and your body is the car. So when you get into an accident, the driver gets out of the car and goes and finds another vehicle to drive. So the soul leaves this vehicle and just does what it does, and then finds a new vehicle. So whether it's a cat, a dog, I think I'm gonna come back as a spider for Gina.
I'm just gonna come back as a bird, I think.
Oh, that'd be nice. Fly over certain people's head and poop on them.
Yeah, just that's the one.
There you go. Now she's got me.
John's sense of humor there.
Yeah. Now you know I like him. I can pick on him. Sorry, Onyx is, like I said, cats outside, dogs inside. People are running around. A dog wants to go outside, and it's like, no. Do you feel when you are out and about or out with friends, do you feel when there's pets around them, when there's animals around them?
And this is a really difficult thing to approach people. Sometimes I just want to go up and give them a hug and say, hey, your dog's following you around. But some people get a bit funny about that. I mean, here we do get a few people that, like, oh, you're crazy,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I do.
No, I understand that completely. Where I worked was in a convenience store, and there was a woman who kept coming in because we were like the biggest one in the village. Excuse me, my hair is tickling my face. And every time she would come in, I would get this feeling. And as the last, sort of like, we'll say the third time that she was there, I was like, when the woman left, I got that feeling again. I was like, okay, if you want me to speak with her, because I didn't know her from anybody. And what I do, I sort of kept to myself. I didn't, didn't come into my business. I said, if you want me to speak to her, you have to make sure there's nobody in the store. Nobody at the gas pumps, nobody in the store. They could be over at the restaurant side, but it doesn't bother me, but nothing. So, and then I just let it go. I think a couple of weeks later, she came in, and I was like, okay, here we go again. And once she filled up with gas, there was a lineup. She was standing in line. And then when she came to the cash, I got that feeling again. But I looked around. There wasn't a single person waiting. Nobody wanted gas. Nobody wanted to come and pay. Just her and I. And I was like, okay. I said, you've been here a few times and you don't know much about me, but I get feelings about people, and do you believe in that sort of thing? And she goes, yes. I said, well, I keep getting a feeling that I want to hug you, and I don't know why. So is it okay if I hug you? She's like, okay. So I went around like Ash and I hugged her. Luckily, my bosses like me. And I hugged her, and she started to cry. You know that cry when it's just sort of like the whole body is involved with the cry.
Relief.
And she was crying.
Isn't it?
Yeah, and I let her cry. And again, nobody came into the store. Nobody wanted gas, which is a rarity because we're a pretty big store. And when she sort of calmed down and she pulled away, she goes, that felt so good. She says, you felt like my daughter hugging me. And I said, yep. I said, that's probably who it is. I can't remember exactly because it's been a few years, but her daughter had died like the year before. And she was, because it wasn't on good circumstances, she was always felt bad because she could never say goodbye to her daughter. She couldn't hold her again. She still loved her daughter as if she was still there. She didn't continue to live. And I said, that's not what she wants you to do. I said, you have to go. You know how she was when she was here. And some people think it's so difficult, it's like, but I miss the person or I miss the dog, but does that person want you to does that soul want you to continue to mourn for them and not live? Or would they have wanted you to live? To be happy, to go out places, and I think people as well as animals, it's the same thing. Your dog knows you'd like to go for the walk in the park and throw the ball. Yes, the dog enjoyed the throwing of the ball part, but the dog knows that you enjoyed the walk in the park as much as they did. So continue to do it. Don't sit there and mourn them. Yes, everybody mourns for a certain amount of time.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
Do you just
yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Do you just mostly see pets? Okay, we're gonna do. I'm gonna shut up now. Go ahead.
I have seen past loved ones. I do get a bit worried when I see that, but I'm starting to adjust now to opening up a lot more. My mum says just go with the flow, start up. I think because this is still new. It's still a learning thing.
Yeah,
but I
think we'll always be learning. So yeah, I think that we'll always continue to learn. And the moment that somebody says, no, I don't need to learn anymore is the moment that, for me, either the person's actually lying to themselves or somebody else, but mostly to themselves, because I think we always continuously learn. Now, when you say you see them, do you see in the physical form or like like a kind of like a shadowy form, like they say, like they show on TV, they like Casper the Ghost type thing when you see like a shadow?
Yeah,
and
no, I get the shadow and a feeling of what they're like. But it's like a still picture.
Okay. Because I don't see, and I think I've heard a couple of times, but for me, it's more like flashcards, but they're in my head, and I'll see words just sort of pop up, and I'll get shivers when I know energy's around. So, but for me, it's like, it's just like, here's a flashcard, cat, dog, or hug, something. But and I just sort of, and then it just sort of flows out like the verbal diarrhea.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the similar of what I get, but I do get shadows, but I also get sort of like a photo still.
Okay.
So yeah, I can relate to
Is there anything that you don't like about it?
I enjoy it. It's like a new hobby, so there's nothing I dislike about what I've been doing.
Okay.
I don't even dislike when people message me all hours of the night asking for a reading. It gives me something to look at. Don't dislike any of that.
Has spirit, okay, a lot of people find that for you, like you said, people will message you in the middle of the night, but does spirit every sort of like, we'll say, knock on your door in the middle of the night, wake you up, and it's like, hello, I need to get a hold of so and so, or whatever the case may be?
No, I've never had that, and I'd probably be absolutely petrified if that did happen. But no, I haven't had that. It's just when your phone pings, you sort of dreary eye, look at the picture, see what, and then you realise it's for a reading, which has been quite a few over the last few days. But yeah, no, I haven't had spirit come in. I have heard dogs barking. We've had cats here sitting at the bottom of my stairs when we've had people coming over. But that's about it, really.
Now, if somebody, yeah, I figured. If somebody wants to get a hold of you, how's the best thing to do that? Because if they want a reading,
they can message me on Facebook, or you can give me their details and I can give them a message on Facebook or email.
okay. So you can see everybody. Her name is Michelle Waddy, Michele Wadey. Find her on Facebook, connect with her, and my way of thinking is, if you don't ask, you'll never hear an answer. If you just answer, you say, "Oh well, maybe I should." No, I won't answer her because I'll be disturbing her. If you don't ask, she could say no, but she could also say yes. So find Michelle on Facebook. If you can't find her, message me. I will connect you, put the dots together.
Yeah.
So that we connect. Because like I said, I've had a reading by you, and it was nice. It wasn't for me personally, it was for my daughter, and it was nice. And it was like, no, you made her feel at ease. And this is what, yes, Gina. And this is what a lot of people need, is sometimes they just need to feel it's okay. Like a lot of people get the question in their head and they answer it for themselves because they're answering what they want. Yes, Gina.
Yeah.
Do you have an email if people want to get a hold of you through email?
I do. Do you want me to give you it now?
Yeah.
Or would you like to put it on your page?
You know what? Give it to me now, but
it's
then
Michelle
also
with one L.
Go ahead.
It's Michelle with one L, and it's Christie, CHRYSTIE at yahoo.co.uk.
Okay. Did you get that, Gina? Okay. Either way, if Gina doesn't get a chance to put it into the chat room, thank God I have an assistant. I'll get it down after, and I'll put it into the link so that everybody can have it in here. So either message her or find her on Facebook. Can she get? Tammy wants to know, can you do live reading of animals, of living animals? I think Tammy's a little late.
I
Yeah.
have done. I had John's brother message with his dog. Just a picture of his dog live, and I'd done a live reading for him there, and they said it was spot on. So yeah, I can. If you want to get a picture to me, I'll do a reading.
There you go. I think it's michelle.christie@yahoo.uk. What was that? The end of it?
So it's CHRYSTIE at Yahoo UK.
Okay. So yeah. Hey, look, we've got visitors from the UK. Another one, Eric Lynn Jones. Eric is a medium from somewhere over there in the UK. Oh gosh, Eric, where are you from? I can't remember. I know that there's, and I don't want to say it because if I say it and I'm wrong and I'm insulting him, he won't talk to me ever again. Yes. He's awake at this time of night. It's true. No, he's a sweetie. He is a medium and has his spirit guide is a gentleman that's would probably get along well with John. Let's just put it that way. Geordie Land, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's like I said, his guide is like John with a little bit of extra pizzing because anyway.
Surely there can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely there can't be two.
Oh, they're not that much. There's not that much separating the commonalities that there are between them, except maybe one's alive and one's not. Interesting. I would love to see Teddy do a reading with John in the room. Oh, Lord, that would be funny. Do you connect with people's spirit guides, animal spirit guides like that?
That's one thing that I've wanted to push myself to do, and that's, connect with a spirit guide. But unfortunately, I've not been able to push myself that far. But it is something that I would like to do. Yeah.
That everything, like you said, you're new to this, so it's just everything's going to take time. Spirit is going to allow you to get what you're getting now because they want you to get comfortable with it, because you still get a little bit nerves in it. Like I think everybody does, but you still. So once you're like, okay, I can do this, and then they're going to give you the next level, which is going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you do readings with cards as well, right?
I do.
Okay. What's the deck that you use?
I do, yes. I was given some angel cards a very long time ago, and I just use them not very often, but okay. I have been known to use my angel cards.
I think it would be interesting if you got yourself a pack of animal cards. I have a deck from a lovely lady. It's the Arc Animal deck. Should have thought and brought it over with me, but because you connect with animals so much, I think that's where you should look into. Tell John to go buy you some. John, listen to this video. Go buy Michelle animal deck.
Yes, please, Daddy.
Oh, I like the way you said that. It's a little bit of snarky in there. Is there anything else that you want to try? Like you said, you did the historical research for mom and dads when they go on investigations, but is there anything that you for you that you want to go a little further with, or try something different to try?
Yeah, so I would like to travel. Yeah, I'd like to travel to different countries to get spiritual background from others. But that's not going to happen for a long time. It might be in my next life, but it won't be happening
You
at
never
the
know.
moment.
You never know, but you could always go over to
Never know.
Jordan and meet Eric and his craziness. But yeah,
Yeah.
because once COVID's gone, then most people will be able to travel, and will, because I noticed they closed the border to Canadians now. Somebody told them that I was on my way over.
Oh,
No,
really?
yeah, for a while there, Canadians. I
Oh,
think it's just been a couple of weeks that the Canadians are not allowed to come over to the UK. Eric, did you tell somebody that I wanted to come over?
oh.
But
Oh,
eventually
we're going to have to go and gate crush them.
yeah, this has not been a fun time, but it's been a productive time, because people are learning to do things to reach a little farther inside than they are willing to. You don't have to
Yeah.
go out now. You don't have to go to. Okay, I don't have to go to work, so I can say, okay, Eric. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. Eric in the chat room, actually, Teddy in the chat room says, Teddy says she needs to connect with Animal Tarot. Her guide is a former blind Tibetan monk who had a large dog as a seeing eye dog. Thank you, Eric. And
Wow.
Teddy.
That's interesting. Thank you.
Teddy is very boisterous when he wants something said and told. Yeah. So yeah, there's Animal Tarot. There's something to look into, because I believe Mom uses tarot cards.
Yeah, Mum does, yes. She has different ones. I'm not sure if she's got the animal ones. I'll have to give her a message tomorrow and maybe get her to give them to me.
Mom, can I have the cards, please? And you have an affinity
Yeah.
with wolves. There you go.
And that's really interesting, because I've been doing a lot of reading in regards to wolves. So there is a bit of a connection with wolves.
There you go. Teddy shines again. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll send you a picture of the Animal Tarot deck that I have, because it's a lovely deck, because it mixes tarot and oracle.
Brilliant.
It mixes tarot and oracle, so it makes it interesting. For me, I still read, even if it's tarot deck, I still read it like it's an oracle deck. I'm just special that way.
Yeah.
Gina wants to know if you get any messages from her foxes. Oh, hold on.
I can have a good tune in later. I'll see what I can get.
Okay. And Eric says, it is a wolf dream catcher that's in her workroom. You have a wolf dream catcher in your workroom? Or somewhere in the house?
No, my mum does. I think it's Mum. I think it's Mum's bedroom. I think she's got dream cat, because John likes his wolves too. So I think that could be Mum.
It's usually a family thing. Go over and steal John's dream catcher.
I think I might need to.
Yeah, I'm a bad influence on you. Go over and steal it. Not get your own, steal John's.
Well, there's quite a few things that I need to be taken from there then, isn't there? There's some cards, there's a dream catcher.
They have to go. Don't they have to go out at some time to get a spare key? Okay, John, don't watch the show.
I think they do go shopping.
There we go.
Well, they're going to know it's me because I've spoken.
You can blame it on Teddy.
I will do. Teddy told me to.
Exactly. When Spirit speaks, we're supposed to listen, even if it is Teddy.
We certainly are.
Yes, we are.
Teddy told me to come. That's why I've come over to collect my belongings.
And you have to go over to where do we have to go back and get them? I can see John
Georgieland.
saying Geordieland. Yeah. Okay. So just tell John to go over to Geordieland and find Teddy. Walk down the street screaming Teddy's name.
I will do.
Just don't tell him I did it. I was not involved at all.
I won't.
Gosh. Again, if anyone has any questions in the chat room, pop them in. So you said, okay, you have, we're going to just backtrack a little bit, shiny moment. You have 4 children and a gorgeous grandchild.
I do.
And you said they all connect to spirit in different ways.
I do.
How is that?
My son, my middle son, he's very open with past ones. Went to a park one day and there was a church and graveyard, and he walked straight over to these 2 gravestones and said, "Oh, Mum, this is my sister's." We didn't even know who these headstones belonged to, and they were 2 sisters. They died in 1904. So they were old gravestones, but he said they were sisters. Eldest son, he sees and senses, gets a bit nervous about it though, but he is open. And my grandson, he talks to my grandmother all the time, and he's 5, so he's quite open.
Yeah.
The spiritual side of things.
Yeah, I think the younger they are, the less they've had of people kind of poo-pooing what they're thinking and what they're what they're hearing and seeing and feeling, because back in my day anyway, it wasn't something that we spoke of. And when you had an imaginary friend, it was an imaginary friend, and you said, shh, don't bring that out in public type of thing. And now I think, thank you, dear. And now I think parents are like, for me, I was 50 before I reopened to spirit, and it was a conversation I had with my daughter. So I think now people are more open to the differences that are going on, spirituality wise, religion and everything else. So it's important. Gina wants to know, do you do psychic fairs?
I've never done a psychic fair. Never.
It's always the first one. Once
Might
COVID
be something.
got his ugly head out of here. Let's see, Eric's
I know.
All right, Eric and Teddy again. Does your mother connect with spirit and mediumship and healing? As Teddy is saying, there is a link with a child's spirit from a miscarriage condition.
Yeah.
So
I can relate to that.
There you go. So that's big fat yes.
That is a big yes.
There you go. I'm gonna have to connect you guys up and chit chat with Eric. Oh Lord, Eric and John. Oh Lord. Okay, I'm done. Eric, don't be talking
Have
to
them
John,
both
please.
on the show.
Oh Lord, I did that. Well, kind of, sort of. That would. Oh, I'd have to have an early show for that one because I'd need a drink after. I used to have Eric and a couple of other friends do oh God, something medium. I always forget what I used to call you boys. You're gonna have to type it in the chat room, Eric. I know you know it. Eric, Glenn, Scott Stevenson, and yeah, I know I'm getting old. What can I say? Stop laughing, Gina. And oh Lord, love a duck. Why am I just confused all heck tonight? I'm excited. Sean is here. What can I say? I can't remember. They used to do rambling mediums. There we go. Thank you. I was rambling. You should have figured that one out, Darlene. They're rambling mediums, and they would do readings, and I would just sort of sit back in the background. It was like, okay, I have nothing to do, because they would be 3 guys, 3 full-grown boys. So yeah, that would be interesting to see John too. Oh yeah, John and Eric together. Oh God, help me. That would be fun.
I think
Interesting.
that would be some entertainment there.
Yeah, you know what I'll do is I will find one of my old shows with them. I will message it to you. Take a look at it, and then you can tell me exactly what madness we're going to go through.
I will do. I will do.
Oh my gosh, it's one of those days. Sorry, I've just discovered, everybody. I know you keep seeing me touch my face, that I'm kind of sort of allergic to sugar. I get like red, flushed face. So I had a Danish before. Go figure. You know me.
Yummy.
Yes, it was. I don't know, Gina. What are you waiting for to come through in the post? She knows I haven't mailed her picture yet, so that's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Gina got one too. Okay. Now, sometimes you go on the show with Mom and John. Are you going to be doing any shows with Mom and John in the near future?
It's possible. I know they've got quite a few people coming on at the moment. When they've got space or a slot, I'm quite happy to go onto the show. It's been really hectic and busy here, so I've not really been able to get in on their shows.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to slip in there quickly and
yeah, well, I lodged a
the
complaint
shows
last
have been
night.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Well, I lodged a complaint last night because their shows last night was on a Saturday night. I was so happy I got to go in and check it out. But having a show on a Sunday, I'm doing this here and I'm preparing from about 4 o'clock on, and that's around the time that it's like, oh, I don't get in. So I lodged a complaint. I made a complaint. Do your shows on Saturday, but they're booked till January sometime, I think.
Yeah, they are very busy.
Well, like I said, it's
They
nice.
have to change it for you, Mama D.
Yes, I did. Like I said, lodged a complaint yesterday, and Mom goes, "Well, maybe we can change." It's like, I'm serious. Like, you don't have to, but it would be fun if you did. Then I could come over. Yeah. So for anybody who's listening, I will put the link to the Paranormality show, which is a Zoom show, until I can get John and Mom into StreamYard and they can do lives. Yes. But it's a great show. It's fun, and it's like a conversation. They have guests as well, but last night the guest had personal reasons she had to back out, and Mom drew some cards for everybody in the chat, and then John did his nonsense and silliness, and we had a good time. Eric says, Michelle, you have to watch out for tummy problems, but you know that. And I just lost my guess. See? Hey, look. And I was worried that it was going to be me who would drop. Okay. We'll have to give her some time. She'll be back. You know how the internet works. And it's not Canadian internet, so it wasn't my fault. Just go. That, or was her tummy who gave out her. Yeah, I think Eric and Gina are my only 2 people in the whole show this night. Oh, look, somebody else is coming. That happens. Mama, pull a card. Mama don't have her cards. Oh, Lord, love a duck. Mama don't have her cards. All right, hang on. I go get my cards. No, for a change, it's not my fault. Okay. Don't yell at me. Oh. I know what the cards are going to say to you, Gina. Send Mama some of those candies. No, I can't eat them. I hope everybody had a good Halloween yesterday. We will entertain ourselves well. That's an option. There's an option. La Kala. Yes, exactly. Keep yourself occupied. Do, 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 do. All right. Gina, number from 3 to 5, please. Yeah, you're so good. Eric, you're so good. You could be 2 people. You are technically more than just 2 people. It's scary. Three. Okie doke. Let me just see. Film ding. Okay, she had a power failure. Without power, we can't have internet. So if the power comes back on, she'll be back. And if not, we're still going to end at 6 o'clock. Okay, Gina said 3. And there's 3. Ouch, my man's. No, I didn't put my glasses on, right? Ooh. All right, so I can do this one. Open the door to spirit. It says open to door to spirit. See, I love pulling cards for people that I know because I know too much. But your connection with spirit is getting stronger. And you have to, I know that there's certain things about it you don't like doing or you're kind of nervous about doing, but this it's a big open door and there's shiny sparklies. So things are going to go good. But you have to allow yourself the extensions. That word come from. Not sure what the word extensions is, but there we go. So get your butt in gear and open the door and leave it open. Tracy. Your number from 1 to 5, please. Do. 3 also, please. And you 3. Yeah, I know somebody else had this one. Oops. Angel of Balance. Okay, she's loading up now. Angel of Balance, your thing is you focus too much on one thing and forget about yourself. There's a lot going on in your life and you have to balance yourself a little more. You have to work harder on working on you and stop worrying. And there we go. And stop worrying about everybody else, which I know you do. And like I said, I know people sometimes a little bit too well that the cards just confirm everything I always think about you. You need focus a little bit more on Tracy, not always on everybody else. You're welcome, G. Not everybody else, and you have a lot of everybody else's in your life. So take that time for you, please. Okay? Because I don't like when you get all wagga on yourself. Here we go. Such a technical term. Oop, I think Eric is gone now. He might have fallen asleep because it's like, it's not that late over in the UK. Eric, wake up. So yeah, so that's it. So so both Gina has to open. Eric is here. Eric is here. Okay. Oh, he's back. You weren't there a minute ago. Well, at least that's what my thingamajiggy says. He was hiding in the corner. Where was I going with this? Brain fart. Oh, good. Michelle's back. Yay, brain fart. Oops, push the right button, Darlene. Blame Teddy. Yeah, especially since it's over in the UK. Oh. There you go. Yay. It's okay. It wasn't your fault. It was Teddy's fault. Well, but John wasn't around, so I couldn't blame John. So
let's blame John.
John and Teddy. Okay, 1 second. Hang on a second. Miss Kavanaugh. I know you like caring for everybody, but you also have to care for yourself. Tracy, my friend. Everybody else will still be there, whether Tracy's here or not. So I want Tracy still here. So do as I say. Don't make me have to come find you and kick your butt. Okay? I'm such a nice reader. I was drawing cards while you were gone. So nice. It's a good thing I actually know her in real life. I'm not always this mean. Okay, yes, I am to certain people.
No, you're not.
To certain people. John. Eric, when Teddy messes with the electricity over in the UK, because that's Teddy's fault. Okay. We only got about 8 minutes left.
Teddy.
Yes, because Teddy was when here's the thing. Teddy, Eric can trace back to when he was alive. He actually spoke to his great granddaughter, and showed pictures of him to Eric. And Eric had many times described him. He has this big handlebar mustache. He was from a very well-to-do family, and he died in a car accident with his dog because he got a little bit too much brew. But they were the first ones in the neighborhood to have their motor car. And he decided to wrap his motor car around a telephone pole.
Wow.
Yes. So he knows, he'd done research. And I think that's fun when you can find your guide, when you can research it and know the actual person. And so Teddy believes that, yeah. So Teddy believes it's electricity. He is a very interesting person to have as a guide. Let's put it this way. You see things and you don't want to see things with Teddy, because Eric has been known to do readings to do the services in the church, and Teddy will be in a pink tutu walking up and down. So no, don't want to have those things.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
And what was the other thing that always got me? Mankini. You know no, scary. It's like a Speedo with straps, with stirrups. It's like scary. Yeah. Yeah. See. I see. You didn't have to say a word.
I do actually have a story about my son.
Oh.
My son did actually dress up as in a mankini, and if I recall rightly, my mum and John might be able to confirm about a mankini when we went and done a night of investigation. Yeah, you definitely can't do that sort of stuff.
No, can't do that. No. Oh, Lord, love a duck. Yeah. And how old was your son when he did this?
16. He's going to kill me when he sees this.
Well, maybe he won't. No, I'm going to share it everywhere.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, he's a joker. Yeah, well, he is a joker. He's come down in my daughter's clothes. He's definitely a joker, a bit like John.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, a 16-year-old boy. Hello, there we go. 13 to 16-year-old boy. He's a John. Oh Lordy.
But he's 24 now.
And does he still do these interesting things?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, so all of his friends are kind of used. This is not like something that's going to come out of the woodwork. His friends kind of know, who he is, and he's just one big joker. So that's okay. Damn, we can't embarrass him with it, unless, of course, you have pictures. That's when we, hold those over their head when they, bring home their, their fiance, and he's, acting all straight, and you pull out the Mankey pictures. It's not fun.
I've got lots of pictures.
Woohoo! There we go. Oh God! Eric says Teddy once dressed as the cowboy from the Village People, complete with the buttless chaps. Okay.
Oh dear.
That's what I said. Oh dear.
I'd love to have a Teddy.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think I would enjoy having a Teddy.
Yeah, especially on those moments where you're like kind of like in the downs and you just like think you've got too much going on and you need a laugh, and you just have Teddy. Just hopefully you don't get to meet him the same way that
Teddy's the right.
Yeah, he. Hope you don't get to meet him the same way Eric met him. Eric was taking a shower when Teddy came into his life. Yeah.
Wow.
Jana says, "Where has this show gone? It's just gone everywhere." Yes, a conversation with friends. We're friends having a chat. It has gone. We kind of go all over the place. Lose minds.
It has gone quick, hasn't it?
It has. It's 3 minutes and we're done. So I'm gonna cut this 2 minutes. I'm gonna cut this now because I still have to go cook supper. And it has been great. We'll do this again,
and for having me.
We'll have you and Mama on, and we can both talk about John.
Let's do it.
I have to make it on a weekend that they don't have a show on Sunday. Otherwise, their show trumps my show for themselves, which is true. All right, everybody.
Yeah, well, we'll have to arrange that.
We will. Teddy overtook. No apologies, Teddy. No apologies ever. You know how I work. Well, I will say good night to everybody. I will see you next week when I have, and I'm getting better as the host, Candace Norton will be my guest on the show. Everybody, thank you for showing up. Eric, Teddy, Gina, Dave, and anybody else who was, is, or will be here, thanks for being up. Michelle, it was a blast. I'm glad you were able to make it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye, everyone.